Hey everybody, today I'm really excited to finally bring you a tour of this amazing ICF project here. Inside we're going to see a house that is about 15,000 square feet, all Nudura 8-inch ICF forms and light deck floors throughout with Uponor heated radiant floors with polished concrete. This house has so much cool technology built in, a very unique and awesome design in my estimation, and some of the most artisanal, high quality finishes you're ever gonna see in a house. It is truly bespoke in every way. So I'm gonna take you guys inside here in just a second. First, I'll get into this veneer. This veneer is Phoenix marble. This is full bed, 6-inch thick Phoenix marble veneer from Phoenix, Missouri, which is just like 30 miles from here. It's a quarry that's been around almost 100 years. The same rock was used on the U.S. Capitol building, Missouri Capitol building. So it's a really neat rock to bring some of the Ozarks into the finish of the house that's in the Ozarks. This walnut door here was completely designed by the homeowner. Almost all of the cool walnut finishes were. I'm gonna take you guys in here right now and get started. Okay guys, so the kitchen is all walnut, modern cabinets. They designed the slat look that I loved so much. I actually copied it on another house. You can see the tour of that house right here. But I just love the look of these walnut cabinets. They've got a built-in booth for, you know, like breakfast seating and stuff and just eating in the mornings. The granite is a deep leathered finish. You'll find from most of my videos, I really appreciate real stone counters. I am not a huge fan of your quartz counters, your Cambrias, as they're man-made. They're basically, in my opinion, they're very high quality plastic. They are durable and they are stain proof and everything else, but there's something about real stone. To a lot of people I know that are builders, this is actually natural quartzite that's translucent. They put a LED panel behind it and did this entire bespoke piece to make a really unique architectural feature. The carpenters that did all this work are actually pretty amazing what they're capable of. They actually did roll top. This walnut here is real. I can't show you from the cross section, but there is no backing, you know, like what you see with a lot of roll tops. Those are actually wood links to a chain that actually interlock with one another. The quality in this place is just amazing. Real quick, I'll show you the floors, because the floors in this house are all concrete, polished concrete. The kitchen is the only room in the house that they cut it clear into the aggregate to give it kind of a terrazzo finish. And the cool thing about the heated floors in this house, these are light deck floors. There's a basement underneath of me, and this light deck spans 40 feet in places in this house. And the Uponor heated lines that run through it, they were kind of accessory heat when they did the house. Their normal HVAC system that is a normal gas-fired traditional system basically only comes on once a month on a schedule to keep itself maintained, because this works so well. It heats every item in the house to 70 degrees, and this house just maintains, and the ERVs do all of the air circulation. And so the heat in this house is all from the concrete floors on every level. Every level of this house is a light deck floor. This level, the basement, is on grade, but it also has heated floors. And then there are levels above us, and it is all light deck. There is no wood floor framing in the house. There are some interior walls that are framed, but actually very few. This wall right here is an interior wall, but it's ICF to help support the floor. And I'll just kind of take you in here real quick. This is a custom-made steel staircase. Weighs about 1,500 pounds. I'm positive because me and some of my guys got rooked into carrying it in for her, and it is bolted into the concrete ICF wall, which is pretty cool. And again, you're gonna see this lattice that she designed, and I want to show you something really cool about this one real quick. This is it makes a baby gate that literally folds out of the post, which is super cool. The one upstairs does it too, but it's just all glass, and everything in this house is so bespoke. These actually light up. I don't know if you can see that in the daylight, but even her crystal caps light up. Okay guys, so this is the main living room of the house, and the light deck on this floor is spanning 40 feet. Everyone's always asking me how far you can go with light deck, yada yada. And the truth is, light deck is such a cool product because it gives you so much structural spanability in a residential house. But this house has a 40-foot span here, and we go up and just look at this ceiling, and this thing was designed in such a way that it has almost no waste in the walnut, and those corners light up, and the actual center of this is the only access to that main attic, which you still have to get up there, but that center pushes out and you can get into that attic space to service the house. So it's a pretty cool design, and I just absolutely love the ceiling. The walnut work in this house is just beyond awesome. Also, they had, for a long time with all this custom metal work, we had guys in the basement that were literally set up a metal shop to do all this work. And if you see the detail, she actually had a CNC engrave that same lattice into the treads on this loft ladder, which is just, I mean, again, amazing. Every detail in this house is so cool. I'm gonna show you something else real quick. Oh, okay. So again, this is the Phoenix marble. It's like I said, it's a local limestone that has a density that allows it to be polished, that makes it classify as a marble. And this one has just got a slight slope into the drain. But the way they cut this marble, if you imagine a loaf of bread, if you slice it this way like a normal bread, it's called Napoleon. Or if you slice it this way, it has a totally different grain look, and it's called Fleury. It's one of the two, and you can get a totally different look. You can see the water, it looks like a flat surface, but it drains into this little slut in the back of the vanity. Like I said, I copied these doors off of her. I thought they were so cool. In my very first home tour I ever did on this channel, I had the same doors. Absolute ton of labor in every one. I mean, it turned into quite a labor nightmare, but they're so cool, I didn't mind. Okay guys, this house does have its own elevator. Again, same lattice work in the ceiling. I mean, everything has got, you know, detail. It's got a really cool red floor just to give it some pop and something unique. But we're gonna take you guys upstairs now. Okay guys, I'll link a video to the last time I did light deck right here, but I wanted to kind of show you more of a finished product and maybe make sense of how it's able to span like it is. So light deck is a product where you have styrofoam like ICF forms that lay, and they create a beam every 2 feet. And that beam, the light deck engineers will tell you, you tell them the span, and they'll tell you how deep the beam needs to be, and they'll sell you these styrofoam caps that make it deeper and deeper. So this is spanning over 30 feet, and you can see how thick it got. But it's not actually, where I'm standing, there's only 5 inches of concrete or 4 inches of concrete. But then every 2 feet, there's a beam that drops down up to 24 inches. And that is how it basically creates a 3-dimensional monolithic, you know, joist and slab with concrete, just as if you were in a parking garage seeing, you know, the big concrete beams. And that's how we get this span. And they were driving forklifts around up on all these floors and being, you know, without any worry. Okay guys, I'm in the Four Seasons room now, and this has a pretty cool room. It's got another light deck floor over a John Deere area below. A really neat wood ceiling, an amazing bespoke handmade staircase, metal staircase that they welded in place. But the really cool thing about this one is we got these glass overhead doors that in the spring and fall we just open them up. It's open air, it looks down to the pool and the valley below. It's really gorgeous. But then, you know, this time of year it's like 25 degrees out there right now and we're nice and warm. And in the summer when it gets hot, this room is fully conditioned. Okay guys, so this is the staircase to the basement, and it has all Phoenix marble treads, and this is the Napoleon pattern. Like I said, you can get two completely different looks out of the same stone depending on the way you cut it. But you can see the Napoleon, and the Napoleon is the one that will also, every once in a while, you'll run into a starfish or a really cool fossil. So really neat product, and like I said, it's local to the Ozarks, so it's really neat. I actually may be doing a tour of the Phoenix factory and the quarry, because they just built a brand new multi-million-dollar modern facility to you know, become more efficient at their manufacturing. Okay guys, so the really cool thing, we're in the basement now, and we have a 40-foot span in the room with no steel beams, no anything, just pure light deck concrete. And again, we were driving forklifts in there above this at one point, you know, 5,000-6,000 pound forklifts, and there's no bounce like their traditional I-joist floors, nothing. It is just structurally an amazing product. And again, when you throw the Uponor heated floor system in there, you gain all of that. And an interesting aside to this, if you're willing to go polish concrete instead of another floor covering, it can actually pencil out to be not that much more than a wood frame floor with a more expensive floor covering. Okay guys, I keep talking about the Uponor heated floor, so I'm actually going to take you into one of the rooms, the main room. There's a couple other smaller valve rooms, but I'm going to show you all the mechanics that make this thing sing, and it is a work of art. Follow me in here. Okay, I know this looks pretty wild, but every one of these pipes is a circuit, usually somewhere around 300 feet of pipe running through the concrete floor, running glycol alcohol and water. And there's a boiler right here that heats that water and sends it through the house. Everything's got zones. I mean, I'm not even gonna get into all the details of what all this does, but everything's got zones, and it turns itself on and off depending on what part of the house needs heat more. Okay, one more thing while I'm in here. Everybody, not everybody, most of you guys that follow my channel know ICF enough to get the technology, but every once in a while you'll get some lumber honk or some old school guy saying that ICF houses are too tight, whatever. An ERV solves that issue immediately, and it's, you know, modern technology. This house has 3 or 4 ERVs spread out throughout the house, which, like on a day like today, you've got this wonderful 70-degree radiant heat. And the Honeywell ERVs will bring that nice 25-degree air in here, but use that 70-degree indoor air to heat exchange and warm that air up slightly. And it's a really good energy-saving way to exchange air at the amount we want, instead of just building in an inefficiency in the house and hoping it drafts enough. Okay guys, wouldn't you know it, my favorite part of the house and my audio died. So this is the man cave. It's called the Fatty Liver Pub, and everything else in the house is so modern and so kind of prairie style, a little bit of everything. And then you walk into what appears to be a 1920s speakeasy, and it is an amazing craftsmanship. I'm pretty blessed to get to do and work with a lot of awesome projects and materials, and the quality of this thing blows me away. That is real pressed tin, and the woodwork, the oak is just beyond in this thing. Okay guys, like I said, I was really excited to show you guys what you can do with ICF and just how cool it can be. This house is about as everything as you're ever gonna see. So I'm glad I got to bring that to you. Next week, the home show did get canceled, but I still am gonna go live with the website and the training and all that. So I'll have a video featuring that next week. So stay tuned for that. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't, so we can make sure you are updated with all of the new things that are happening in that regard. But I will see you guys next week.